Yo, 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 Big Kish back up in here. Y'all, please tell me that I'm not the only one that's just finding out about this. Please tell me. Please tell me that this ain't true. They saying that Uncle Snoop, Dr. Dre, everybody was jealous of Tupac. And they had something going on. Like they didn't like him because he was stealing all the shine, man. Could y'all believe this? This is new news to me. I can't believe it. Man, without further ado, y'all know I don't like holding y'all. Hey, y'all doing good. Clap it up for yourself with the subscribing too. The quicker we get to that 20K, the quicker we could get that money out. Because we went from 82% of y'all not being subscribed. Now we at 80. Let's go ahead and subscribe, y'all. Subscribe. So we could, and hit that like button too. So we could get out there in the algorithm. And y'all subscribe so I could give y'all money. You know what I'm saying? But without further ado, let's get it.
When Drake first came out, I was like, he just gonna be here and go in the mall. Cause I was like, I keep hearing, the basic shit. Then I'm like, this motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss. First of all, Pac said to me, though, from that moment on, I walked to the back of the plane, I grabbed me a knife and a fork, hit my blanket, put my blanket over my eyes, 5.5 hours like this. As soon as we land, we step off the plane. I'm like, Pac, you going to Vegas to the fight? I said, that's the last time I seen my live.
Once All Eyes on Me came out, people come up, hey Snoop, where's Tupac? Could you get him to come over here and sign my autograph or take a picture with me? Or if they see the dog pound. And they'd be like, how do you feel? That's the best thing in the world. You get to hang around Tupac. Everything was Pac.
So Snoop Dogg seems to have ruffled a lot of feathers on the West Coast, and folks are saying he's turned his back on Kendrick Lamar and betrayed the memory of Tupac. So remember when Drake had the audacity to use Tupac and Snoop's AI-generated voices to take a shot at Kendrick? Right. The whole West Coast was up in arms, and rightfully so. Drake dissing Kendrick is one thing, but using AI to make it sound like West Coast legends are dissing him, that was a new low for Drizzy. Even Tupac's estate clapped back at Drake and stood with Kendrick. Now, you'd think that someone like Snoop, who used to be tight with Tupac, would have stepped in and told Drake to leave Tupac out of this, right? Well, Snoop was completely silent at first, and not only that, but he also promoted Drake's diss track with Tupac's AI voice on his...
Oh! I ain't see this. Huh? So we got the game. See, I'm confused because when they, when they gave Kendrick Lamar the keys to the city, it was Uncle Snoop. Game was behind him. That's why everybody say that Game was jealous of Kendrick Lamar. I was like, nah, no way. But then I did more research. I started to see, he got some secret hate going on. But yo, this is wow.
His Instagram. It was only after the entire culture rallied around Kendrick, declaring him the winner of the beef, that Snoop finally acknowledged Kendrick as the king of the West Coast. But guess what? Snoop still hasn't said a word about Drake disrespecting Tupac's legacy. So what's up with that? Well, here's the tea. According to folks who were around back in the day, Snoop was totally jealous of Tupac. Apparently, it all started in early '96 when Pac completely overshadowed Snoop with All Eyes on Me. The girls were all about Pac, Suge Knight was clearly favoring him, and Pac was just this unstoppable force. That's when Snoop started to pull away, and just a few days before his tragic death, Tupac decided to cut all ties with Snoop after he saw him hanging out with Biggie Smalls. So is Snoop's jealousy the reason he's been so quiet about Drake repeatedly disrespecting Tupac? How are the other West Coast rappers reacting to Snoop seemingly siding with the colonizer? Let's break it down.
And then he just knows how to be a public relation type of motherfucker. Shoot a video where he passing out money and doing all kind of, come on, man.
He learned from, he took all the smart that you guys did, and you're right, because in the heat of battle, he don't miss. Back against the wall, push the T, he don't miss. I mean, that
made Kiki, Do You Love Me, when Pusha T took off on him.
Took his head off, he came back.
Like, you can have my head, but I'm gonna have everybody in your family and everybody in the world singing this Kiki, Do You Love Me? Like that.
So what you saying? Drake won against Pusha T? Yo, I hope. This my Uncle Snoop, man. I hope my Uncle Snoop not out. Yo, please don't. No, come on, man. You gonna make me cry. Damn, I can't wait to see what y'all got to say about this, man. For real.
That's the answer. The answer is not I can't match you lyrical wop-de-wop-whoop, but you can't match me with this song that's gonna play forever when they forget about that disc.
So everyone knows the West Coast is a big deal in hip-hop. We're talking legends like Tupac, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and NWA. These icons didn't just make music. They started a whole movement, putting the West Coast on the map and giving a voice to stories and voices that weren't being heard. So when Drake comes in and starts disrespecting this legacy, using Tupac's AI voice to diss Kendrick, or bragging that he gets more love in Kendrick's own city than Kendrick does, you already know the West Coast couldn't let this slide. Tupac's estate and family also didn't waste any time dragging Drake for this. Tupac's brother straight up called it a cowardly move, and Howard E. King, the lawyer for the Tupac Shakur estate, said it was a flagrant violation of Tupac's publicity and the estate's legal rights. King said in a statement, the estate would never have given its approval for this use. The unauthorized, equally dismaying use of Tupac's voice against Kendrick Lamar, a good friend to the estate who has given nothing but respect to Tupac and his legacy publicly and privately, compounds the insult. Looks like Drake seriously messed up by confusing Hollywood-gated communities with the real heart of Los Angeles. And it's more than just a mistake. It shows that he doesn't even get the culture he's trying to fit into.
Drake confused Delilah for Watts.
Which he shouts out.
He confused Poppy for Compton. He confused West Hollywood for Inglewood.
Mm-hmm.
The people that I seen, the people that I observed bopping to Not Like Us,
Hood.
they was two-stepping to that bitch.
Yeah, they were.
They were crip walking to that.
They were.
That was some LA shit. The record is produced by DJ Mustard, a former Drake collaborator. When it was time for people to coalesce in Los Angeles, not in Hollywood,
Yeah.
not in Calabasas, not in West Hollywood, not in Santa Monica, not in the places you might go, not in Beverly Hills, not in the places that people from outside of Los Angeles think are Los Angeles, right?
Right.
When it was time for people to coalesce around the record, the people I seen dancing to it was Shamika and them, Big Ron, Lil CC. You know what I'm saying? People like that. People like the people from the low bottoms.
See, Drake think that he getting love in California, bro. That love you getting in California, man. That when you go out there, you going to them little restaurants and shit, man. You ain't going to the hood unless you was in that video with Game, and that was business. That was business. Don't get it twisted, bro. You going out there, you know you probably in the hills and all of that. You know what I'm saying? You doing the little mingling here and there, but you not in the trenches. You ain't in the jungles with it. You not in there. And now you think that, you know, you get more love in Cali than Kendrick. Man, sit your little...
You know, people that are going with Dot that are from LA. People get their LAs confused all the time.
Right. The West Coast wasn't letting this slide. At his pop-out show in Inglewood back in June, Kendrick fired shots at Drake for disrespecting West Coast legends, referencing Drake's purchase of Tupac's ring and using Tupac and Snoop's AI-generated voices.
Oh, so y'all ain't gonna let nobody disrespect the West Coast, huh? Oh, y'all ain't gonna let nobody mock and imitate our legends, huh?
And the whole West Coast...
What if he would have pulled the ring out his sweater? Yo, people would have went crazy.
Coast naturally sided with Kendrick. Snoop, of all people, was strangely silent on the whole controversy of Drake using his and Pac's AI voices on Tailor-Made Freestyle. Not only that, but Snoop even shared posts on his stories promoting Tailor-Made Freestyle. Meanwhile, fans also uncovered that Snoop has a close friendship with none other than Drake's dad, Dennis Graham. There's this post from Dennis's IG.
Oh, it's a mustache thing. It's gotta be a mustache thing, for real.
where he captioned a photo of him and Snoop saying, "Happy birthday, my forever brother. May you have the best birthday ever. Enjoy your day and smoke 17 for me. One love." But Snoop's friendship with Drake's dad isn't the real reason why he kept quiet about Drake disrespecting Tupac's legacy. According to multiple friends of Tupac, Snoop was actually
Dennis got butt hair on top of his lip.
According to multiple friends of Tupac, Snoop was actually insanely jealous of Pac and secretly resented him for stealing the spotlight. When Napoleon, a former rapper from Tupac's group Outlawz, recently appeared on The Art of the Dialogue, they asked him how he felt about Snoop saying he never liked Tupac's iconic diss track Hit 'Em Up, and Napoleon called it BS, saying there's actual footage of Snoop from back in the day rapping the lyrics of Hit 'Em Up.
You know what I mean? I might not agree with the lyrics of Hit 'Em Up, but when we was young, at that time, it was something that we was pushing. And for Snoop to say he never liked Hit 'Em Up and he didn't, you know what I mean? He never expressed that. You know, you got videos of him on stage with Pac rapping Hit 'Em Up, and he's rapping the lyrics right along with him. You know what I mean? So it's strange now that all these things are coming out and he say he didn't like Hit 'Em Up, you know what I mean? And everybody have their opinion. Even if he didn't like Hit 'Em Up back then, no problem, he have his opinion, but that wasn't the case. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He was expressing his love for Hit 'Em Up. He was in the studio bopping his head. He was on the stage when Pac was performing it, singing the lyrics with him at the House of Blue. It's real strange that, you know what I mean? Like I said, I really think, you know, it's a lot of maybe some of the things that he couldn't tell Pac face to face. He's able to do it in these interviews.
And then Lil MB, a member of the group OFTB, who used to be signed to Death Row Records, jumped in to confirm all this drama. And he said Snoop was totally green with envy over the Tupac mania. Lil MB spilled that Snoop couldn't handle how Pac was taking over the scene and becoming the center of attention. And he was jealous of all the love and adoration Tupac was getting from the fans, the industry, and even their own crew.
Pac was slowly but surely, you could say, taking over. Because he the hottest thing smoking right now.
Right.
Snoop is cool, but he ain't got no new record. Tupac got all new coming right. It's hitting you all upside your head right now. So he the hottest thing smoking. So now the tension is getting a little heavy between Snoop and Tupac. And everybody on death row, because we all want. I was so crazy. I told Tupac, and he asked Snoop Suge to put our record out. Because everybody thinking like, ain't nothing finna come out. Now we see ain't nothing finna come out unless it's prepared to come out. And that take a lot of money and preparation. And the only thing that's got all that in it right now is Tupac. So everything is focused on Tupac, and everybody's starting to feel some type of way. Something like everybody's like bickering over their little, you know, throwing their tantrums about whatever they mad about, which all of them still pertain to everybody want to come out. But ain't nobody got no data, know when they gonna ever come out, and is they gonna ever come out. So it's a lot of tension. And the only thing that's every time you turn around, they flood. This all you hear is all the eyes on me, and you know it's a Tupac mania. It's beautiful because we
Live
had
the life
everything,
of a thug, Nick,
but
until
we
a day
still
I
got
die.
the
Live the
tension
life
in
of
the
the
room
drug,
because everybody
getting
want to
high.
be blowing up. So, you know, everybody liking it, but then again, they ain't.
Do you think Snoop felt the type of way about Tupac and the success he was having?
Yeah, of course. Of course, man. You the top man. You built Death Row. And now you got to get in line. Come on, man. How else you going to feel? Period. It ain't like, you know, we was at, because Snoop had...
Y'all know Suge Knight got his own podcast from jail. Yo, he do not stop getting money, bruh. Yo, I respect that, man. I respect that, for real.
I was ready too. We was having listening parties and all that all
Jail
the time.
podcast.
It was like, man, that's what I got, big dog. We all in there listening, and it's dope, but he don't know when it's coming out.
And then Suge Knight himself chimed in and said it wasn't just Snoop who was jealous of Pac, but also Dre, Dogg Pound, and pretty much everyone else on Death Row.
When Pac got bigger than everybody on Death Row, that's when the jealousy kicked in. I guess that's when the Pac kicked in. That's when the plan came up. Because it'd be a time where it still is. I got, you know, everybody know how I felt about Snoop. But if Snoop was coming up, people would come around and say, Snoop, let me get an autograph. Snoop, let me get a picture. Once All Eyes on Me came out, people come around, hey, Snoop, where's Tupac?
Ooh.
could you get them to come over here and sign my autograph or take a picture with me? Or if they see me Dog Pound, and they be like, how do you feel? That's the best thing in the world. You get to hang around Tupac. Everything was Pac. And they seen Dre. They asked a question about, man, you did the chronic. Could I take a picture? They're like, hey, could I take a picture? Because you know Tupac, but I really want a picture with Tupac. You know how to find him? Everything was shift from everybody else to Tupac.
But you got to understand, Dre and Snoop and them was young back then. You know what I'm saying? And with young men and they're around each other, some young brothers have those type of emotions, like them jealous emotions. You know what I mean? So I could see it. I could definitely see it. You got Doggy Style flooding the streets. You know what I mean? You got the Chronic flooding the streets. Pac come through with all that energy. You know he writes. He's a real writer. Like he really write. Going in the studio, back-to-back songs. You know what I'm saying? He just got it all figured out. And y'all ain't getting that attention no more. Fans coming through like, yo, I don't want no picture with you. I want a picture with Pac. Where Pac at? How does it feel to know Tupac? You know what I'm saying? I could see that. I
think jealousy was made. And the reason why I'm speaking on it because we should never have to go through this again.
But Suge didn't stop there. He recently added more fuel to the fire with some jaw-dropping comments about Snoop and Pac's murder. On a recent episode of his explosive prison podcast, Collect Call with Suge Knight, Suge threw major shade, hinting at Snoop's possible involvement in Pac's death. And he straight up said Snoop had some serious explaining to do. Suge didn't hold back, saying he wanted a real heart-to-heart with Snoop, almost like he's suggesting that Snoop might have betrayed Tupac.
And I knew that Pac did everything right by him by putting him on All Eyes on Me, speaking about him and being real with him. And if it's true what they say.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Face-to-face is going to be a lot of explaining to do.
Suge kept spilling the tea, saying he's known Snoop for ages and even brought up how he fronted the cash for Snoop's bail during that old murder case.
I've been knowing that young dude a long time. He ain't young no more, but I've been knowing him since he was a young man. And I did everything in my power to make sure he kept his freedom.
Suge also brought in a story from Warren G, who recently dished on Drink Champs about the night Tupac got killed in '96. Warren revealed that he convinced Snoop to chill at his place in LA instead of heading to Las Vegas with Pac and Suge. Warren spilled all the details, saying that Snoop was originally planning to go from LA to Vegas for the Mike Tyson versus Bruce Seldon fight on September 7th, 1996. But thanks to Warren, Snoop ditched those plans and stayed in LA with him instead.
He came to with me for the fight instead of going to Vegas.
So he never went to Vegas?
He never went to Vegas. He didn't go off top.
But here's where it gets really messy. Warren G dropped a bombshell that caught Suge's attention and got him wondering just how much Snoop might have known about what was going down in Vegas that night. Warren revealed that he and Snoop learned about Tupac getting through a live update on a Nextel radio or walkie-talkie while they were just hanging out at Warren's place in LA. Suge found that pretty shady and couldn't help but question why Snoop was even carrying a walkie-talkie that night.
Only way you would have a radio if you was at the fight with us and you had a security detail. Now, not having a security detail, what are you doing with the radio?
But Suge wasn't done stirring the pot. He took it up a notch, claiming that Snoop and former Death Row artist Daz Dillinger actually collaborated on a track with Tupac's alleged DeAndre Smith. And get this, Suge also said that Snoop supposedly warned Daz not to go to Vegas on the night of September 7th, 1996. And then Suge dropped another bomb, alleging that Snoop lied about getting kicked out of the hospital when he supposedly went to visit Tupac after the shooting. According to Suge, Snoop never even showed up at the hospital to see Pac. Not once. By the way, Danny Boy also confirmed this and said he never saw Snoop visiting Pac in the hospital.
How do you feel about Snoop Dogg claiming that he came to visit Tupac while he was in the hospital?
You know, at this point, it's not like a thing that I would argue because that's something that he has to live with. I just know from the time that I was there he must have snuck in.
Now, some fans are saying we should cut Snoop a break about that Tupac situation back in the day because he had just beaten a murder charge and wasn't looking to get tangled up in more legal drama. They think he probably wanted to stay out of any trouble after such a life-altering experience. Plus, let's be real, Tupac was constantly fueling the fire and stirring up the East Coast-West Coast beef. Every time Tupac...
Let me say this before it slipped my mind. There's a YouTuber named Moxie Approved, and he was talking about how Snoop Dogg had the Baphomet. But I didn't see him break down Murder Was the Case That They Gave Me video. He damn near tell you that he had to worship the devil in order to get out of prison. So yeah, Moxie Approved. Yeah, he breaking it down to, you know, he's another YouTube. He's dope. He's dope. He with a one dread on top of his head. But I don't think he went into depth of Murder Was the Case That They Gave Me. And he did a deal with the devil in the damn video. I was like, yo, that's a deep video. Deep video. I just had to get that out there before it slipped my mind.
Tupac and Snoop were on camera together, you could practically see Snoop's face saying, oh no, here we go again. So maybe Snoop genuinely cared about Tupac, but Pac was heading in a direction Snoop couldn't follow. Now, as for Drake, some fans are calling Snoop out for not speaking up about Drake disrespecting the West Coast and Tupac's legacy. But then again, some people argue that Snoop's too old for all this drama and probably just doesn't care enough to get involved in today's rap beefs. One fan said, Snoop is the definition of not picking sides. We all were friends and now you hate one, don't mean I hate him. I'm here for the money, and I'm not fumbling my bag. And someone else added, Snoop chose J. Cole's strategy. That's why he alive and thriving to this day. But let's hear your take on this. Do you think Snoop actually sided with Drake, or did he just not care to pick sides either?
Hey, yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about it. I feel like he was just a young man back in the day. You know, when you working with each other in a group, egos, you know, get tossed around and all that. But now he got a family, he living his life. Everybody made mistakes. That's my take on it. You know what I mean? So he probably didn't go to the hospital. I would have thought him and, you know, Pac was like that. But I do remember him saying that when he was on the plane, being as though he got seen, he just didn't choose sides. You know what I mean? He didn't want to get up in that beef and all of that because remember, he beat that case. He beat the Suge, helped him, you know, get him out that case and all of that. And so you thinking your life about to be taken away, and next thing you know, you free. And for you to get back into some stuff, nah, you avoid trouble when you from that trouble. You know what I'm saying? You already been there, done. You try to avoid it at all costs. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all doing good with the subscribing. Give it up for yourselves. Shout out to everybody who did donating. Yeah, we at 80% of people not subscribed watching these videos. Y'all go ahead and subscribe. We're doing a giveaway. Once we reach 20K subscribers, it's going to be 5 winners this time. It's going to be better than the last 2 times we did a giveaway. So yeah, y'all subscribe. Just don't sit. Just press the button. That's all you're doing is pressing a button. That's it. Big Kish signing out. I'm gone.